Hey polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer. In today's video, we are going over part 18 of this huge estate find of nail polish that I found on Facebook Marketplace. In the last video, we started on the second tote, which also has some of the Vapid body products like lotions and body sprays, and a lot of new in-boxes polishes from a bunch of different brands. So far, we've unboxed Julep, Femme Fatale, KPT, Parrot Polish, and Rescue Beauty Lounge. So I'm curious what else we're going to find. Oh, and Fun Lacquer. That was another brand. There's also these pink and black boxes that I'm really curious about. I am not sure what brand those are, and I'm very curious about those. So we're just going to jump in and see what we can find. I'm hoping to go a little bit faster than I did in the last video because opening all of these boxes is definitely more time consuming, but I want to still try to get over 50 bottles of nail polish done in each video. And I was a little behind in the last one. It took me longer than anticipated, but yeah, we'll see how many we can do in this video. Okay. We're going to go with this fun polish box here. This one is Midnight in Paris from 2015 and another limited edition. Ooh, so this is Flakies. I can't quite tell if the base is a blackened base or if it's a gray, but there are so many other shifts going on. You've got the rainbows from the iridescent Flakies. You've got holographic in here. Look at that huge flaky. Oh my goodness. Wow. So this is one I know I don't have. Oh, look at that. It might actually be a translucent base. Interesting. So yeah, this is definitely one that I don't have, and it's going to go in the collection. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. So that one is Fun Lacquer's Midnight in Paris. All right. Next up, we've got one from KPT. This one is Penelope, and this one has a note that it does not change. So this might be one of KPT's thermals. We've actually unboxed a handful of their thermals. And yeah, this one says it is a cold sensitive thermal. So I think this brand might have been playing around with different types of thermals. This one specifies a cold sensitive thermal, and at least one other one that we looked at specified a hot sensitive thermal. So that's interesting. I think what that means is when it's a cold sensitive one, it is this color when warm, as opposed to usually what you're seeing in the bottle on a thermal is the cold state. So it might change, or supposed to have changed, when it's cold. So due to the note, I don't think this one changes, but it is a really pretty hot pink. It has a bunch of shimmer in it that is blue and purple. It's a gorgeous color. This is a summer pink for me. I love this shade range of pinks for that season. And because it is one I know I don't have, even though it's probably not going to change, I'd like to add it to the collection to at least do some swatch and comparisons of and see how it looks compared to the other pinks I have in my collection. So that was KPT's Penelope. All right, next up, ooh, we've got one from Femme Fatale. This one is Do It for Twinkles. Ooh, we have another bright pink. This is almost verging on neon, and it's got bright pink glitters in another shade of pink, plus iridescent glitters and a shimmer. Wow. So this is very, very unique. I do have quite a few polishes in this shade range of bright pinks, even ones verging on neon, but nothing with this glitter mix. This is very unique. So this is going to go in the collection as well. I could definitely see this being a polish I could pull out for summer. So that was Femme Fatale's. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so it's actually a different polish in the Do It for Twinkles box. Okay, so a different name, but Sorrowmark's going in the cute pile. Next up, we have an older Never Enough. This one is the Page Master. Ooh, this is one of their multi-chromes. Wow, so this is a blue to purple, but there's also gold and green. I think I see a bit of pink popping up there at the edges as well. I like the larger particle size that I'm seeing mixed in there as well. That adds a lot of beautiful twinkles. I love multi-chromes. I think I've mentioned it before, but they are one of the first finishes that I really fell in love with in indie polish, and this is one that I know I don't have, so it's going in the collection. That one is Never Enough's The Page Master. Next up, let's do a Rescue Beauty Lounge. This one is called Setu? I'm actually not sure, but there it is. And this one is like a green leaning silver. There's also some large particled shimmer in a golden green and pink. So this is one that's actually growing on me the longer I look at it. I like this green metallic. So I want to at least hold on to this to swatch and see if I like it on. But this strikes me as a pretty unique polish. A lot of the polishes that we've been unboxing from them have been really unusual. So I want to see how this looks on. That's going in the keep pile. That's a Rescue Beauty Lounge Sit Out. I'm not really sure. Next up, we have a Cult Nails, and this one is Alluring. So this one is an interesting sort of muted shade of pink. It's a dusty, light, almost neutral leaning pink. There is a bit of a golden shimmer to this that has a green shift. It's a little bit pinker in the bottle as opposed to the exterior because there is some of that separation going on, but I could see this being a pretty cute color, and I don't think we've run into this before. At the end of this haul, once I unbox everything, what I do plan on doing is doing a sorting video where I make sure I haven't kept duplicates or anything, but this is a cute one, so we're going to add it to the keep pile. That one is Cult Nails Alluring. Next up, who is this? Oh, okay, so this is the first time we've run into this brand in this haul, but I have seen this before when I've done mystery boxes, and this one is, oh, how did they say? I know people in the comments told me how to pronounce this. Ooh, this one's harder to read, which is why I'm having a hard time trying to pronounce it. Yeah, I can't really read that. I know I've seen the label though. Will we run into another bottle? Maybe we'll run into another bottle and I'll try that then. But there's the label. I don't know if you guys can read it. The vernice I can read better, but this word right here, it's just not quite legible. It's also been attacked by another polish bottle, so that's making it harder to read. But in any case, this one is called Paeonia. And this is definitely one I don't have. I only ran into a couple of bottles from this brand. And yeah, this is a cute color. It's kind of like a mix between a salmon and a rose gold. There are some larger shimmers and maybe even microflakies. There's gold and hot pink. This is an unusual color. I think I might actually really like this one on. Olivia's over there attacking the curtain. So yeah, this one's going to go in the keep pile. That one is that brand there, Il Something Vernice, and it was Paeonia. All right, next up we have another one from Glittering Elements. We've run into a handful of these so far. This one is called Icy Huntress. Wow, look at the vibrancy of this one. So this is a very interesting, like blue leaning, vibrant purple, maybe even a blue. Sometimes these colors that have the pink shimmer in them look purple. Yeah, I still can't tell you guys. It's one of those colors. It's either a blue leaning purple or a purple with some blue in it, like a lot of blue in it. But it does have a very strong pink shimmer in here. And I love this tone. So this is going to go in the keep pile as well. This was a new to me brand before I started this haul, so I definitely don't have this one yet. That's Glittering Elements Icy Huntress. Next up, let's do this one. This is from Azature, and this one is Santorini Diamond. So this is a brand that I had heard of before, but I didn't own any bottles prior to this haul, and this is one I haven't run into yet. This is a really beautiful deep teal. It's got this metallic, like tone-on-tone glow about it that is really beautiful. This one's going to go in the keep pile as well. I love this shade. It's kind of like a deeper mermaidy color, like a deep ocean. So that's going in the keep pile as well. That one is Azature's Santorini Diamond. Next up, we have one from Lacquer Lust. This is a new to me brand. At least I think it is. It's definitely new to this haul. Now I'm second guessing myself if I have heard of them before, but I think it's a new to me brand. So that's Lacquer Lust's Fashionably Late. And these look like they're made in California. This is a dark slate blue with a ton of flakies, lots of purples, lots of pinks, different sizes of the flakies as well. There also seems to be something that might even be a translucent flaky in there. This is really pretty. As a new to me brand, I'm pretty sure I don't own this one yet, so this is going to go in the keep pile as well. That was Lacquer Lust's Fashionably Late. Ooh, let's do this vibrant orange. Oh, neat. This is from Love Angeline. So we've run into a couple different bottle sizes. I want to say 3 different bottle shapes and labels from them so far. This is the second one that we've run into that's in these wider round bottles, and this one is called Coraline. This is actually not a cream like I thought it was, or even a shimmer. It is microflakies. We have a bunch of these matte hot pinks with yellows, and I'm trying to see if the orange is coming about because of those two are mixing, or if it's in a squishy jelly orange base. but this is definitely unique. Let's go ahead and take a peek at it on the brush. Yeah, I think it actually might be in a squishy base. You can see that there on the wand. All of those little teeny tiny micro glitters. Yeah, that's really fun. I think I want to at least try this. This could be a really fun accent nail on a summer manicure, and it's definitely unique to my collection, so we're going to add that to the keep pile as well. That is Love Angeline's Coraline. Next up, we have Occult Nails. This one is called Living Water. This appears to be a very dark teal base with a bunch of these tiny micro glitters. I'm seeing green and maybe an aqua. Yeah, maybe the base isn't quite as dark as I thought, but I think it's still in that teal family. I don't know if that tone is going to come through, but I think you can see those twinkles. This is a pretty polish. I'm just not as excited about this as I have been the other polishes. I was going to say I was going to destash this one, but I think I want to put this in the keep pile at least to swatch and see. I get the feeling this is the kind of polish that looks better on the nail than it does in the bottle, but the twinkles in those glitters are really pretty. I could see that looking really nice on, so I'm going to go ahead and try this one out. That is Cult Nails Living Water. Ooh, this is a new to me brand as well. This one has 2 B's up there, but it appears to be Couture for Nails. I don't know if that's the brand. 4-in-1 formula, base coat, top coat, nail strengthener, and color in one bottle. So yeah, I don't know if that's the brand, BB, what BB stands for, but this one is Daring Debutante. This is a pretty color. Look at that. This is like a raisiny color, reminds me of a color you would see in the 90s, which I absolutely love. You've got this creamy base, and then it's loaded with this blue to purple shimmer. This is going in the collection as well. This is a gorgeous color. So that was BB, still not really sure what that might stand for. Let me know if you know. And it was Daring Debutante. Next up, we've got a fancy gloss. We've run into only a handful, I think, of this brand so far in the haul, and this one is Barbie Girl. All right, so I've tried to give this a pretty good shake, but it still has a lot of separation going on. This is a creamy light pink. Now, I have been surprising myself by keeping some of these lighter pink shades, so I'm wondering if I'm trying... Yeah, so I'm wondering if I want to keep this to compare to those other light shades and see if I can't find the perfect shade. This is a cream as well, which I've mentioned before. I'm trying to expand the colors that I have in creams. For quite a long time after I discovered indies, I was sort of poo-pooing creams because I was so fascinated by the multichromes and the flakies and the glitters and the corellies and the this and that and the hollows and everything that you can combine with all of those different things. So creams just seemed so passé, like they had come and gone and I was no longer interested. But over the last, I want to say, couple of years of collecting indies, I've realized that creams are still very important to a collection. They can be used for nail art. They're great for using as undies under different polishes. And also, every once in a while, having a cream is exactly what you want on your manicure. So I've been trying to make sure I have all the different colors, and I don't know that I have this in this finish. So we're going to see how that compares to other colors I already have. So this will go in the keep pile. That is Fancy Gloss's Barbie Girl. Next up, let's do another fun lacquer. This one is called Adventurous, another 2015 limited edition. Ooh, we have another one with micro glitter. This one has holographic and I think multichromes and maybe like a mini flaky. Those are those green ones that you're seeing in person. I'm seeing those as purple and fuchsia as well. And of course you have the rainbow from the holographic. I think on camera it's mainly coming off as a dark green, but in person it's coming off as more like a, almost like a gold leaning gray, like a gold leaning charcoal. There's a lot going on in here though, and I want to see how this would swatch. Look at all the different colors. Another one that's pretty unique as well. And again, I don't have that many from this brand, so I know this is one I don't own yet, especially considering it was a limited edition. So this is going to go in the collection as well. That's Fun Lacquer's Adventurous, or actually Adventures. All right, next up, let's do another Rescue Beauty Lounge. This one is Not Your Baby. And look at this color. Another very unusual mix here. The base is almost like a purple leaning milk chocolate, and then you have a green to gold shimmer plus a larger particled shimmer, or maybe even a micro flaky that's like a teal to purple. This is very, very unique. It is such a shame that this brand doesn't make polish anymore. They seem to have come up with some amazingly unique polishes. So this is another one I know I don't have, so it's going to go in the collection as well. We'll have to see how I end up liking this golden green shimmer on my skin tone, but the base of this is just truly unique. So that's going to go in the keep pile. That's Rescue Beauty Lounge, Not Your Baby. Next up, let's do a femme fatale. Ooh, this is a deluxe edition. This is Love Potion from the Sweet Secrets Trio Valentine's Day 2016. Ooh, and we've got a bright pink. Look at that. So this is another combination that might be a surprise to some that I actually like, considering I'm constantly saying that gold's not my favorite. Gold in pink, for some reason, I really like it. Whether it's orangey pinks, baby pinks, or deep pinks like this, for some reason the combination is just very complimentary to me. I really like how it ends up looking. And this is one I know I don't have. I think there might even be some subtle shifts in that shimmer. I don't know if that's going to come across on camera because it is very subtle, but along this side of the bottle I'm seeing a very light green change in that shimmer. So this is going to go in the keep pile as well. That is Femme Fatale's Love Potion. Next up, let's do another Rescue Beauty Lounge. This one is Instant Amnesia. Oh wow, this is an unusual color again. I'll be honest, I don't know if I'm going to like this one. This is like tea and milk. So it's like a milk tea color, a very light latte that's got that yellow brown lean to it. Again, extremely unusual. Yeah, I think if it was less yellow, I would probably be willing to give it a shot, but I just don't see this being very flattering on my skin tone. There is a subtle shimmer in here. I don't know if you can see that flash there, but it seems to be like a silver with maybe a little bit of pink in it. But yeah, the tone of this base is just not something that I think would look very good on me. So we're going to go ahead and pass that one along. I think that's our first in the D-stash of this video. That is Rescue Beauty Lounge Instant Amnesia. All right, next up, I'm just going to dig to this pink and black box. Like I said, I'm really interested to see what this is. The brand says Rococo Nail Apparel, made in London. No, made in the USA. Why does it say distributed in London? I'm not sure about that. But what is this? It's a box? Oh, it's a box. Fascinating. Wow. Talk about chic packaging. My goodness. It even has a little pamphlet in it. Wow, how fancy. Okay. So it is nail polish. I wasn't sure if it was going to be like nail repair stuff or what, but this one is called Jaded Luxe. Very cool. So these bottles also feel very luxurious, as you would imagine based on the packaging, and this is a mint shade, so you know I am loving this one. This type of a green is one of my favorite shades, so I want to see how this compares to other mints that I have in my collection. Let's take a peek at the brush. Very nice. Maybe not the widest brush, but it is a flat, wider brush. So pretty nice. So yeah, we're going to put this in the keep pile. Our first one from Rococo. Wow. A new to me brand. That was Jaded Luxe. Next up, we have another Cult Nails. This one is called Just Because, and this is a glitter. We have silvers, greens, reds, pinks, maybe even gold or champagne. Look at that. So I'm trying to decide if this is a mix I could see myself wearing. It does appear to be in a squishy, can't quite tell if this would be a squishy red or a pink, because sometimes reds even look pink on the wand depending on the opacity of the polish. I think I'm going to go ahead and pass this one along. I mean, it's a cute polish. I like the combination, but I've been more excited about other colors, and I've only destashed one in this video. I have been saying I can't keep everything, so I need to put more in that destash pile. So Cult Nails Just Because is going to go in that pile. All right, Next up, ooh, we have one from Polish. I think this might be our first one from this brand in this video. This one is called La Belle Endormie. La Belle Endormie. I'm not 100% sure on that, but this is a deep royal purple, and it has a larger shimmer particle in gold and pink in here. Look at that. Lots of twinkles. Again, we have a purple. Ooh, this is such a gorgeous tone. Look at that. Look at that. That is lovely. So I don't think this is going to be a surprise to anybody. It's going in the keep pile. I know purples are going to be my biggest color family to compare by far, but this is a beautiful one, and I know I don't have it, so this is going to go in the keep pile. That's Polish's La Belle Endormie. Next up, ooh, we have a Emily Damali. This one is called Limited Edition 4. Wow. So Emily Damali is one of my favorite brands, and I have quite a lot of her limited editions, but I don't have any of her limited editions in single digits. So this is a first, and it is in the mint family. So you better bet this is going in the keep pile as well. Look at the hollow. Such a pretty combination. This also has a larger shimmer particle, or a micro flaky, that adds an additional twinkle of pink and gold. This is stunning. Look at that hollow. So yeah, this is going in the keep pile for sure. That's Emily Damali's limited edition number 4. All right, next up we've got a Colors by Leroux. Look at the green shimmer on that. This one is Eddie is a Fighter. It was a charity polish for 2018. So this is a gorgeous polish. The shimmer that you're seeing as that vibrant green has some pink and purple shifts at the edges. And I actually can't tell if it's in a purple base or a dark blue. Yeah, a dark blue on this one. You can see that there on the neck. The shimmer on this is very beautiful. I think this is pretty unique as well. That strong green that shifts. Yeah, this is just really beautiful. There's definitely a pink to purple shift along the edge of the bottle, which I don't know if it's going to come across on screen. I think you can kind of see that pink there. Another one I know I don't have, so that one's going to go in the keep pile as well. That's Colors by Leroux, Eddie is a Fighter. Next up, we've got another Twinkled Tea stamping polish. So this was a new to me brand in the last video. We found an off-white pearl and a very cute little label with a unicorn on it. And this one also doesn't have a name on it, so I'm not sure if maybe these just weren't named. Or what the case was, but this is also in a pearl metallic finish, this time in a dark blue. This is a really pretty color as well, and because it is a new to me brand, I know I don't have it, so it's going to go in the keep pile as well. Again, at least until I can do comparisons of everything. So that was Twinkled Tea stamping polish, the blue one. Next up, we have a Love Angeline. So this is one of their other bottles. One that we've actually found the most of is this shape. Where was the other one? Here's the first one that we unboxed in this video from that brand. And this one is called Love One Another. This was Tasha's creation from the LLFLA group custom. Yeah, I'm not sure what group that might stand for, but there are tons of groups on Facebook dedicated to different colors and finishes. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was one that I just hadn't heard of. But this is another one kind of in that minty family. Although I think I would describe this more as a like duck egg blue. Not quite as green as that mint. Although that's not quite right. Oh, the other one's in its box. Mint, mint, mint. Well, we'll compare it to that, although that's not the mintiest mint I have. I don't know if on camera you can, if the differences are going to come through, but this is a bit dustier and a bit bluer than a mint, but kind of in that mint family. So I might need to compare it to my mints and to my duck egg shades, but this is a very pretty color. There's also a lot of rainbow colors going on in the kinds of shimmer that they used. So I'm seeing blues, golds, pinks, greens. There's little speckles of hollow in here as well. So this is another one that I think is actually pretty unique to my collection, despite it being in one of the shade ranges that is in my favorites. I don't think I have anything with this combination, so it's going to go in the keep pile as well. That is Love Angeline, Love One Another. Next up, we have a Zoya, I think our first one of this video as well. This one is called Odette. Okay, so this one I remember because that is the princess's name in The Swan Princess. So I remember it when I got that polish from Zoya. So I already have this. It's going to go in the D-stash. It is a really beautiful, muted, sort of gray leaning purple, but going in the D-stash. Next up, we have a mini from Vapid. This one is called Happily Ever After. Ooh, we've got more holo. This is a very interesting champagne-y pink. There is a blurply tone to it as well, which I think you're seeing as more of a blue on camera. Then, of course, you have the linear flare from the holo. This is one that I don't think I have, so we're going to put that in the keep pile as well. That is Vapid's Happily Ever After. Next up, we've got another Colors by Laro. This one is called Mark Needs Love Too. Ooh, we have another one of their holos. Oh my goodness. Their holos have blown my mind every single time. They are so packed. This one also has a light scattering of another particle, which I actually can't tell if it is a like micro glitter or a micro flaky, but you see those little silver speckles adding a little additional twinkle amid that dazzling holo. There also might be a little bit of a gold shimmer on top of that. So the base of this one is like a dark gray, but because of that holo, it is lightening it up. Oh, look at all the twinkles. So because this one has such spectacular holo, I do want to see how this compares to other colors that I have in my collection. I don't think I'll end up keeping all of the ones that are in these super dark tones, but I want to see how this compares. The holo on this one is just absolutely mind-blowing. So that's going to go in the keep pile. That was Colors by Laro, Mark Needs Love Too. Next up, let's do this Cult Nails. This one is called Midnight Mist. Oh wow, this is an interesting color. I actually cannot tell what the base is. Still not sure. This is another really incredibly unique one. I could easily see this having been a Rescue Beauty Lounge color because of how unusual it is. I would almost say it's like a green leaning gray brown. I mean, this has such unusual tones. There's also a bit of purple here, which I don't know if that's maybe more what the color is supposed to be, but there's a lot of separation going on. I just don't know. There is a very strong red shimmer to this. Again, incredibly unique, very unusual to my collection. And because of that, I want to at least see how this looks when it's given a much more vigorous shake than I've given it thus far, and see how it swatches, because this could be very interesting on. So that's Cult Nails Midnight Mist. Next up, we have a China Glaze. This might be our first China Glaze of the haul. This one is called Creative Fantasy, and it's another purple. So this is a gorgeous tone. It's also a cream. I don't recognize the name, so I don't think I have it. It is pretty watery though, like really, really watery. And I'm not sure if that's how it's meant to be, or if maybe it needed to get thinned down at some point. So I'm going to put that aside and see if I can't figure out if that's how it's meant to be or not. But it is one I don't think I own. So that one was China Glaze's Creative Fantasy, going in the to be checked pile. Ooh, let's do this one. It's a Marc Jacobs. So I only have one bottle from this brand, and I got it in one of my mystery boxes. So the likelihood is I don't have this one. This one is called Midnight in Paris. So this is a deep, like smoky blue. In fact, we're going to have to look at this, I think, on the brush because it's kind of hard to see in the bottle. Oh yeah, no, this is just an incredibly dark color. Let's see if we can't see it on the neck. But I think you can kind of see it glinting there at the top of the bottle. That's more the tone that it has. On the brush, it's probably just going to look black on camera. Yeah, very, very dark color. But like I said, one I definitely don't have, and I want to see at least how this one swatches. This could look really chic on. So that's going to go in the keep pile. That was Marc Jacobs Midnight in Paris. All right, next up, I think we're going to do one over on this side of the box. So I'm starting to create a hole in the middle of the tote. Let's do this one on the edge. This is a Mineral Fusion. Okay, so I know I've heard of them, but I don't remember if I own any. Chances are if I do, it probably came to me in a mystery box. So let's see what this one is. It is Emerald Sand. So this is a light bright green, absolutely jam-packed full of iridescent glitters. Iridescent glitters are another thing I love to see in polish. They are so fascinating because they change colors depending on what you put them over, and these ones seem to shift between orange and gold, but they might have different shifts depending on what you put them over. And I am seeing like a blue speckle there, which might be a little bit of a holographic scattering. So the likelihood is I don't have this, so it's going to go in the keep pile. That is our first Mineral Fusion Emerald Sand. Next up, let's do this one. This is Q Nail. I think it's Cutica is the brand, and it is a natural nail growth stimulator. So I'll have to see what all is in here, but it says it's supposed to keep nails hydrated and strong. It's in a box, but I think it might have been used, but I don't know if that's possible that it's evaporation. I'll have to look into the ingredients. Basically what I've been doing with these non-polish items is setting them aside, and then at some point, probably when I'm done with the haul, is gonna look into them and see if I should reuse them or not. But that one is Cutica's Natural Nail Growth Stimulator. Next up, let's do this one here, a parrot polish. This one is called Febe Maria. Febe? Yeah, I think that's Febe. Febe Maria. Maybe Febe Marie. In any case, it is a stunning color. This is another one of my favorite combinations. Any type of purple with a blue glow gets me every time. This combination is just beautiful. I love how strong the blue is in this, and the tone of this purple is really, really pretty. We're going to take a peek at this one on the brush. Ooh, look at that. So pretty. And it's another one I know I don't have. So yeah, it's going in the collection. This is absolutely gorgeous. So that is Parrot Polish Febe Marie. Next up, let's do another Rescue Beauty Lounge. This one is Manicurator. Ooh, and we have another minty shade. This is adorable. Look at that. This one has what I think is a micro glitter that shifts to blue and aqua, all in that beautiful minty base. Hopefully some of that twinkles coming through. This is gorgeous. And it's another one that I'm pretty sure I don't have, so that's going in the collection as well. I've been loving the ones that we're finding from this brand, just so unique. So that's Rescue Beauty Lounge Manicurator. Next up, we're going to take a peek at this julep. This one is called Layla, and it was part of the It Girl. Okay, that's one of the other collections. I think this might be the first julep that we're looking at in this video, but we were talking about how they had different subscription categories or groups, and it was Classic with a Twist, Bombshell, and It Girl is another one. And I think there might have even been another one, maybe like Boho Glam or something along those lines, but they had different categories for the types of polish that they would put out. And this is one of their glitters. So this has a load of larger glitters in a square silver metallic. You have some smaller silver metallic glitters as well. And then you have a blue to pink to purple shimmer, which I think is mainly coming off as an aqua on camera. So you're going to have lots of shifts in here. I don't believe this is one that I have. Actually, in fact, there's even an orangey lean to that shift at certain angles, which again, I think you're only kind of starting to see it there at the edge corner of the bottle. Yeah, very, very unique. I don't think I have this one, but because I did have the subscription to Julep for a number of years, I think I'm going to go ahead and put this in the to be checked pile just to make sure that I didn't get Layla, because I do have a lot from them, but we'll see. So that'll go in the to be checked pile. Next up, let's do this one. Ooh, it is our first Ella and Mila. And so this is an interesting color, I can tell already. This is our first Ella and Mila of the haul. Oh my. Wow. Okay, so this is like a highlighter yellow. This one is called Copa Bikini. My goodness. Yeah, extremely bright yellow in a jelly base. Yeah, this looks like it could be quite literally the liquid from a highlighter marker. I don't know if you remember those pens where it was basically just loose liquid that you could see moving around in the highlighter. That's what this sort of reminds me of. Definitely not a color I really see myself reaching for. Yellows are not my favorite. I have been keeping a few, but this is still pretty outside my comfort zone. I have kept a few, but they're few and far between, so we're going to add that to the D-stash. That one is Ella and Mila, Copa Bikini. Cute little name, though. Next up, let's do this one. We've got another Colors by Leroux. This one is called Tease from the Mild and Wild collection. So I've unboxed a few from this collection, but I don't remember if I unboxed Tease. I'll have to double check on that, but this is going to go in the keep pile for now until I can do a sorting to make sure that I didn't get this one already. This is a really beautiful lavender shade of light purple in a cream. And like I mentioned before, I am trying to make sure that I have all of the different shades in creams so that when I want to do layering, I can pick the perfect one. And yeah, we're going to put that in the keep pile. That's Colors by Leroux Tease. Next up, let's do this one here. Who do we have? Oh, we've got a Deborah Lippmann. That sticker was throwing me off. It's a Deborah Lippmann, and this is Almost Paradise. So this is an interesting one. It's kind of a yellow, but kind of a green. There's also a lot of white in here. It's kind of reminding me of that one Essie everyone was talking about a couple of years ago. Was it something to do with pistachio or something like that? It's actually a bit brighter on the brush. I think the bottle may have some separation going on the outside. This is a very unusual color. I actually want to give this one a shot. It's on the pastel side, but it still has a vibrancy. I think on camera it's trying to pull even brighter than it is in person. And don't get me wrong, it does have a brightness to it, but it's kind of like a cross between a pastel and a bleached neon. And it's intriguing me, so I want to at least give this one a try. If you know what Essie I might be thinking about, let me know down below. Like I said, I can't quite think of what the name was. In any case, this is going to go in the keep pile. That's Deborah Lippmann's Almost Paradise. Next up, we have a mini from Cupcake. I've never seen a mini bottle from them. This one is Barbie Girl, and it's one of their hollows. This is a pink loaded with that hollow. I think there might even be another particle size in there. Yeah, maybe like a light wash of pink in there as well. So I don't actually know if I have this one from them. It is a really pretty pink, and I am growing in fondness for pinks, but you guys have heard me say before, if you are not new to my channel, mini bottles are just not my favorite. I'll keep them every once in a while if the color is just out of this world. And this one is really pretty. Ooh. Okay, I think what I'll do is put this one in the to be checked pile. If I don't have this color already, because I do have a number of polishes from Cupcake, I might go ahead and at least do some comparisons first to see if this is something that I might want a full size of. So yeah, we'll start there. And the bottle size for being a mini is not that teeny. And I mean, look at that hollow. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and do that. Worst case scenario, if I just don't like the size of the bottle, I can always see if I can't find a full-sized in a D-stash. So that was Cupcake Polished Barbie Girl. Up next, ooh, this is a new brand in this haul. I have heard of Gindy Nails before. I actually got them in a D-stash. This one is called Autumn Attic. So this is a light gray. Oh, it's got stars in it. I just noticed it has stars in a bunch of different colors and even sizes, I think. Because look, there's a little teeny tiny white one, a little blue one, a little green one. Very cute. Okay, the color is gray. Then you have that glitter mix with those little teeny tiny stars, some bigger circle glitters, some smaller hex glitters. We have matte. There is some iridescent shimmer in here as well. This is a very cute mix. Those stars definitely sealed the deal. I'm putting this in the keep pile. I love little stars. And it's one I know I don't have. So that one was Gindy Nails Automatic. Next up, let's do this neon guy. Who is... Oh, it's a tonic! It's another tonic! Oh my goodness. So this is one of my all-time top favorite nail polish brands. They're one of the first ones that I was introduced to. So they have a special place in my heart. And I've been thrilled to death every time we find them in this haul. I think we've only found about 3, maybe 4. But this one is called Glowy Joe. I don't think I have this one because this is definitely not a color that is in my favorites. But it's a tonic. And I want to see how this one looks. Mainly because it is a tonic and because look at the shimmer. So this is again kind of in that highlighter yellow, but more on the like green leaning side of highlighter yellow, kind of tennis ball green. And it's got that very strong red shimmer. There's also a third particle in there that has this like, I don't know, micro iridescent glitter or something. It's a beautiful twinkle, and it's actually really neat in this combination. This would also be really unique to my collection because, like I said, this is not the average color I would pick up, but I want to at least swatch it and try it. So that was Tonic Nail Polish Glowy Joe. Next up, we're going to do a different dimension. Ooh, and it's an older label. This one is called Hannah. Ooh, so we have a light dusty purple with little teeny tiny matte white glitters. We've got metallic lilac glitters and fuchsia glitters. Wow. This is a very unusual combination, and I don't think I have this one, so this is going to go in the collection as well. That one is Different Dimension Hannah. Next up, we have another Colors by Leroux. This one is called Hey Girl, and it was an Indie Expo Canada limited edition. Ooh, that is not a thing I've heard of. I wonder what years those were. This is a deep, deep berry fuchsia. It's got a like red to orange glass fleck micro flaky. Very beautiful. I love the fact that it was from an event that I didn't even know existed. There's also a really pretty red flash in there. Maybe like a multichromatic shimmer. Yeah, there we go. See that tilt right there at the corner, that red. Absolutely gorgeous. So going in the collection as well, that one was Colors by Leroux. Hey Girl. Next up, we've got another bright green, this time from Native War Paints. This one is called Palm Trees and an Ocean Breeze. This came out in the Shimmer Me box for May 2017. And you guys, I think I might like this one. This particular one is not quite as neon as I initially thought. It's more subdued than that. It's also not a limey shade. I think on camera it's pulling a little bit blue. It's a little bit more green than that, but what's really striking to me is the shimmer that they used in here. I'm seeing it as a bright fuchsia. I think on camera you can see that fuchsia, but behind it you're seeing a bit of blue. There's also orange and gold in person. So a really neat and unique combination. So I want to see how this one swatches, see if I might like it on. This shade might be very, very fun for summer. So that was Native War Paints, Palm Trees, and an Ocean Breeze. Next up, we've got another Cult Nails. This one is called Iconic. Okay, so this is a duplicate bottle. I know we've unboxed a bottle of Iconic before, and it went in the keep pile because look at this color. It is a really beautiful berry leaning purple. It's got a gold to orange flash, and then do you see those red flakies? Very, very beautiful. Another really gorgeous combination, but because I know I already have a bottle, this one's going to go in the D-stash. Next up, we've got another Cult Nails. This one is called Lethal. Ooh, this one is a larger particled metallic silver. Very gleamy. Wow. This is really pretty. Now, the name does sound familiar, but I have been looking at a ton of polish, so I honestly cannot remember if this is one that I've unboxed from them before. So we're going to put this in the to be checked pile, and I will go through the Cult Nails that I've already unboxed to make sure that I didn't keep a bottle of this already. But yeah, this is a really pretty one. If I didn't already set aside a bottle, I think I will keep this to at least swatch and compare to the other silvers that I have, because this one is just gorgeous. Very, very pretty. So Cult Nails Lethal is going to go in the check pile. Next up, we've got a Pretty and Polished. I think this might only be like the second bottle that we've unboxed from this brand in this haul. This one is called Day Trippin'. We have another purple. This is a grapey, almost royal purple. It does have a vibrancy and brightness to it, and there is a subtle shimmer in here. Maybe even like a micro glitter. I don't know if you can see those little twinkles. We might have to see this one on the brush. Actually, I don't know if those are going to come through very well on the brush, but there it is. Really nice tone. This one's just not as exciting to me as other colors that I've been unboxing. So I think for that reason, I will go ahead and de-stash this one. I mean, it's a gorgeous color. It's purple and all of that, but I have been keeping a ton of purples. so I don't feel like I'll be missing out if I destash this one. And like I said, I only have 4 over in the destash so far, so that's going to go over there as well. That was Pretty and Polished Day Trippin'. Next up, we have another Emily Damali. This one is Perfect Soldier. Ooh, this is a beautiful shade of like an orchidy light purple. It's that kind of color that blurs pink and purple together. This is really pretty, and it is in a cream formula. Ooh, it's even prettier on the brush. Oh yeah, the bottle still needs a bit of a shake up, but look at that color. Oh yeah, that is another one I know I don't have, so that's going to the keep pile. That was Emily Damali's Perfect Soldier. All right, one more, and that'll be our 50 bottles for this video. These have been taking a lot longer. Hopefully I'm able to edit them down for you guys, but let's see, where should we end it? Let's do this one here. Ooh, we've got a Coloristic Carol. I think this, no, I know this is our first one from this brand in this haul. Yee! This one is Ice Queen. This one is a beautiful aqua blue. You have this green shimmer in it. I think there's tiny twinkles of hollow in there as well. I don't know if those are going to come across, but right there I'm seeing little tiny hollow sparks. Very cute combination. Also, I know this is one that I don't have, so this is going to go in the keep pile as well. That is a very sweet color. That was Coloristic Carol's Ice Queen. All right, so that was 50 bottles. We're going to go ahead and take a peek at a couple of the bath and body products from Vapid that have also been in this box. The first one is the Vapid Body Cream. This is 100% natural goat milk, and it is also in Surprise I'm Drunk, which I think was the scent that we had before. So this is one of the items that I've been setting aside. I'll go ahead and look into if it's safe to reuse or not. Also, if a goat milk product might go bad or need to be refrigerated, things like that. So we'll go ahead and set that one aside. The next one is another Vapid Moisturizing Body Mist in Kumuzu, which I think is also one of the scents that we got. And actually, we're just going to go ahead and look at the last two, because I think those are the last two that I can see so far. And they're both the same item and the same scent, Kumuzu. So these ones I'm less worried about them having gone bad because they are just a body mist, so kind of in the same vein as a perfume, but I am still setting those aside just to make sure. I'm going to look into that and just confirm. But those were Vapid's Moisturizing Body Mists in Kumuzu. And there we have it. That's going to wrap up part 18, 50 more bottles, and 3 bath and body products from Vapid. Let me know down below which ones were your favorites, if we ran into any new to you brands, or if you knew any of the brands that I had questions about. We ran into our first Jindy Nails, our first Marc Jacobs, our first Rococo. That was these bottles here in the black and pink, which we've got at least a couple more over in that corner. So I'm excited to see what other colors we run into there. This tote is still very much full, you guys. We have quite a few more videos to go just in this tote. And after this, we've got 3 more totes to go through of nail polish. I hope you guys had a good time hanging out with me and looking at beautiful polish. If you're new, make sure to hit the little subscribe button down below. That way you don't miss out on any of my new videos, and I will see you in that next one.